Hi, Steve from Chorus Guitar, and today we're going to be looking at this unit, which is the lovely Hotone Ampero II. Now, Hotone have sent me this unit so I can check it out, review it, play it live, and do all sorts of things. And I can tell you that this unit will be probably a main feature in my studio. It is really, really cool. It's got lots of inputs and outputs. And it can do stuff that my Helix, which I normally use, and don't get me wrong, the Helix is a fantastic product, but it does something else that my Helix can't do. So we're going to have a look at that in a mo. Okay, see you in a bit. Right, so let's have a look at the features of the Ampero II. They're pretty impressive. You've got lots of amp models built into this. So you've got amp models, cabinets, virtual microphones, so you can place them in different parts of the virtual speaker, so you can change that. You've got lots of effects from modulations, distortions, boosts, EQs, all sorts of things. But the real thing that is really impressive with this, and it's actually been upgraded since last April. It used to be called Tone Catch. Now it's called Sound Clone. And what it means is that you can plug well, the way I do it is you can plug the unit into the front of an amplifier and then pop a microphone in front of the speaker, and you can actually capture using AI the sound of your amplifier or your full rig or a distortion pedal. I do believe you can do boost pedals as well. You can't do, at the moment, you can't do delays or reverbs or modulations, but you can do your amplifiers and then add the reverbs in the Ampero II to it, like I've done, and you get a really cool capture. And it's really easy, and it's nice because the screen here, which is touch sensitive, by the way, it's a 5-inch touch sensitive screen. What it can do, it shows you all the instructions, and it's really easy. And it only takes a few minutes to do, whereas it used to take, no, half an hour or even longer. So now you can capture your amp or a friend's amp or whatever, or a distortion pedal or a boost pedal in here. Take the unit to a gig if you wish, and you don't have to take your amp. Okay, and you've got 30 slots to store it in, yeah? So you could store 30 amps in there of your liking, okay? And that's how that works. That's a really cool feature. Also, what it can do, that's not all, is it can store NAM profiles. That stands for Neural Amp Modeled Profiles. Now you can download those from tone3000.com. And basically what it is captures that other people have done, and this will convert it and it will pop it inside this unit into one of your 30 slots. Also, there's a really cool Hotone community where people do their captures and share them. So you can download from there, pop them into your unit, and away you go. So there's loads and loads and loads of things you can do with this tiny little unit. I say tiny, you know, it's big enough with the foot pedals here that you don't catch anything, but in comparison to my Helix, it's quite tiny. And also on the screen here, I'll probably mention this later, but you can actually, you've got some, because it's a touch sensitive screen, you can actually adjust some of the parameters straight on there on the fly. So if you're gigging, you can bend over and just adjust your amp volume or the gain or whatever it is on here, and you can assign whichever you wish to do it with. Okay, that's a very cool feature too. Right, on this unit, what we've got is we've got 4 foot switches. We've got a treadle pedal, rhymes. If we press it down, the colour orange goes to blue. I normally have it set to volume and wah, but you can put whatever effect you want it to change to or whatever parameter. And you've got this lovely little button here, which locks everything. So it means that when you're playing and you don't want to accidentally touch anything and change it, especially if you're at a gig, that could be really off-putting. It will lock things so you can't change it. Very cool. Here you've got the 2 knobs. This one's for like volume, and you can click it in and you can adjust different volumes, outputs, and separate outputs, whatever. And on here, you can use this to go around the parameters on the screen as well. So that's really useful. As I say, it's all touch sensitive, and there's a really, really good software that comes with this unit as well that's dead easy to use, for the most part anyway. So that's the front end of it with the switches and the screen. The outputs on the unit are really good. It's fully featured. You've got 2 inputs. You've got a normal 1/4 inch there, which you probably plug your guitar into, and then you've got the multi input, which has actually got 48 volt phantom power if you want to put condenser mics into there. You've got an expression, you can add another expression, but you've already got one, but you can add another expression pedal onto this unit as well. You've got 2 1/4-inch jack outputs, so left mono if you wish, which I would normally use, and you've also got another couple of outputs there. Now that's really cool because when I gig, I use a digital mixer and I use in-ear monitors. And the thing is, if I just have one channel on the mixer, that means that what goes out front of house I hear in my in-ears, and that doesn't sound very nice. So what I can do is I can send a mono feed to the mixer. I can adjust it on the EQ on the mixer for the guitar sound in my in-ears, because you've got to think in-ears have got like 1 centimeter drivers in there, whereas your front of house speakers are 12 inches and above normally, aren't they? So I have one going in for front of house and one going in for my in-ears, so I can equalize them separately, and this will allow me to do it. Brilliant. You've got auxiliary in jacks and all sorts of things. You've got a USB-C jack there, very useful because you use that with the software. We've got the on and off switch here, and we've got the power in. And on the side here, we have the old school and still very usable, I prefer them personally, MIDI in, out and through. Okay, so you can attach other devices to it as well. As I said, this is a really fully featured unit. There are 3 of them. There's the Hotone Ampero Stomp 2. Yeah, there's the Ampero Stage, which has some more buttons on here, but doesn't have the treadle pedal. That's amazing too. And that can do captures as well. They can all do captures. Okay, that's the inputs and outputs. If you want to use this unit for practice, it has got a built-in drum machine. Okay, it's got lots and lots and lots of different drum patterns, but it's got plenty. And also it's got a very nice functional looper in this as well. So you can be doing your loops with your drum machine and whatever. And that is a really cool practice tool that is built into this Ampero 2. Right, now here's a thing that's been developed recently by quite a lot of manufacturers, and that is the functionality of what's called scenes. Now, scenes are like presets within presets, and on my other unit I use them because sometimes what happens is when you are trying to load in another preset, there's a slight delay. Now, if you've got a band playing along with you, you might not notice it, but it's a bit uncomfortable, yeah? So what they decided to do, a lot of manufacturers, and this goes for this manufacturer as well, is they have incorporated the scenes function. Now I use this all the time when I'm doing gigs. And what it is let's say you create a preset, and I'll be certainly doing demos of this in the near future. You imagine you create a preset, and it's a bit like you can have one sound, and this has got 4 scenes. Let's say I want a clean sound, so I could have I don't know, a Fender type amp with reverbs and whatever, and then I wanted a blues sound, so I wanted to either up the gain on my amp or I add a little bit of overdrive. I can do that in scene 2, so I've still got the same amps, but I can have my pedals lying dormant until I need them, yeah, or I can have my settings lying dormant until I need it. So my second scene might be a blues patch, so as I said, I can up the gain a little bit on my amp, and I can maybe do a little bit of a different EQ, and then I might want to add a bit of delay, a very little slapback 175 millisecond delay to make it sound kind of bluesy, and then I could probably add a overdrive pedal or a distortion pedal to that scene. Then I can go on to scene 3, which I would normally use as a rock patch, so I would probably up my overdrive effect, and I might change the reverb, and then I'll have my solo scene number 4. So I'll boost the volume up a little bit. I might add a bit of delay to, if I'm using a rock patch, I might use quite a big delay, you know, that kind of rock god delay. And yeah, and that's all in one preset. That's it, in one preset. So you've got 4 scenes, so you can change all the little components that you've set up in that preset to do whatever you want, really. Absolutely brilliant. And that is what I use in all my, like my Helix and this. the scene functionality. It's super cool because there's no delay when you change the sounds, okay? And that is the scenes. Okay, this is going to be the part where you hear what some of the presets sound like on the Ampero II. Of course, you can change them if there's too much reverb for you or not enough reverb or whatever you want to do with it, you can change it, so that's fine. I'd like to mention that it also includes a audio interface inside the Ampero II. It's an 8-in, 8-out, and it goes from 44.1 kilohertz, which is CD quality, all the way up to 192. So great little audio interface in there. So it's a complete package really. And what we're going to do now is we're going to have a listen to some of the presets. Okay, starting off with preset 1 that I'm going to use, and this one's called Just Clean. Okay, so that was on a single coil. I'm going to do a humbucker on there now. Okay, let's try the humbucker at the back. It's working really well with the dynamics of the pickups, so you can hear it's just biting in there. It's just a little bit of a pushed clean. Okay, so that's the first preset. Let's have a look at another one. Right, here's a huge preset. This one's called Aurora. The next preset's called Funky Bassman. Bit of a favourite, very cool. Okay, so that's on the clean. Let's have a listen to it. I'm on the neck pickup. Let's try it with a humbucker. Let's see if it breaks up a little bit. Certainly does. On to the next preset. Okay, this next preset's called Golden Age. And yeah, it's got a little bit of bite to it. I'm going to use the front pickup, neck pickup should I say, with a coil split on it. Here we go. Okay, let's have a humbucker. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Let's hear the tail. Nice. Golden Age. I like that one. Very nice. Right, the next preset's called Cali Dream. So no guessing what that's all about. Okay, I'm going to use it with a single coil on the front. Let's have a quick listen to that. That's cool. Let's hear it with the humbucker. Okay, let's hear it on the tail. I'm going to use a humbucker on there. It brings out the harmonics nice. So that's Cali Dream. Here's a lovely little patch called Tweedy Magic. I'm going to use it on the front pickup, and I'm going to use it on the split coil to start off with. Here we go. Very nice, I like that. Like that. On the back, let's listen to that on the humbucker. It's got some bite, it's nice. Right, this patch is called Ampero Strikes, and it certainly does. Here we go. Let's have a listen to it on the front. It's big. The next patch is called Lead and Rhythm, and I really like it. I think this is a great sounding patch. Pretty rocky. I'm going to use it on the rear pickup, and I'm going to use it on a humbucker. Here we go. Let's hear it on the neck. Right, there's no guessing where this patch has come from. It's called Brown Sugar. It's nice. That was on the front pickup, on the neck pickup, and that was on a single coil or split coil. Here it is with the humbucker. Nice, and here it is on the tail, on a humbucker. And let's hear it with the split on the tail as well. It's a great sound. I will be making some preset builds like I have been doing with the Hotone GP5 and GP50, but I'll be doing it for the Ampero II as well. So if you want any help with building your presets, I'll build some. Okay, I'm going to do other videos as well, because this unit, even though it's inexpensive, I mean, for what it is, it's inexpensive. We're probably talking, in comparison to the big units that do similar things, it's probably a third of the cost. You know, it's that kind of money. So it's really inexpensive. I'll put a link in the description anyway, so you can check it out at this time of the video. I'm impressed. I'm very impressed by the unit. I'm used to using quite high-end gear, and I'm glad that they sent me one so I could check it out and use it for the studio and whatever. And I'll see you soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit that bell button as well, because if you hit the bell button, it's going to alert you to when some new videos are going to come out for the unit. Okay, so I'll see you soon, and thanks for watching.